Hey guys, it's your boy Lax Attacks, and just before the video starts, I'd like to announce my two FAs for the IPA. As of this week, I've traded Munchlax and Cryogon on the way for Vullaby and Porygon 2. Reason for this is because I got lucky with points, so I could buy Porygon 2, and Vullaby gave me a nice defogger, so say goodbye to these two and say hello to these two. And without that, let's get into the video. What's up guys, it's your boy Lax Attacks and welcome to the IPA Season 7 Week 6 versus Wilder and the Justice Sovereign Hour rematch. And now this is a very important game because if you look, because basically Wilder is our divisional opponent because basically week 1, 2 and 3 I battled Wilder, Toaster and Dawson, the other 3 people in my division, and now I will play them for weeks 6, 7, and 8 in that order. And this is important because Wilder is my divisional rival for playoffs. He is first in the league, 4-1. I am third in the league, 4-1. So if I beat him, not only do I get potentially the top of the league, but I also get ahead of him in the playoffs. So it's very much between me, Wilder, and Dawson. So getting the win against him would put me in better stead for the playoff race. So that's why this win is really crucial. And we both have changed teams, and I'm very confident with this new matchup I have. However, his team obviously has the same problems which affected me last time. His team now consists of Mega Morwell, Latias, Tyranitar, Crobat, Blacephalon, Superior, Vaporeon, Donphan, Electros, Heracross, and Munchlax. Munchlax used to be on our team, but we dropped him and he picked him up. He actually traded it for 2 draft points, so we could pick up Porygon 2. But anyway, so Munchlax is a defector, a betrayer. But yeah, the first Pokemon I wanted to bring was Rupal. Coming back with the Assault Vest set, a set which did a huge amount of work with us is Seiko. Week 4, but obviously he tricked us a Specs, so that was nice. With the Hydro Pump, the Moonblast, the Energy Ball, and the Aqua Jet with 200 HP, he's 132 special, modest, 176 speed. The reason I have these EVs is because 176 speed allows me to outspeed a Mega Morwell, which is huge because that thing is terrifying. That thing's probably the biggest threat to my team. So this can check it because it does about 75% with Hydro Pump in its max HP, if I can recall. And then this also does a lot of damage to his team. He hasn't got great switch-ins. And with Hydro Pump, Moonblast coverage, just covering everything on his roster. And I have Energy Ball just to hit the Vaporeon a little bit harder. And then my 4th move is Aqua Jet, and this is because it does about 40% to the Blacephalon, and this is my switch into Blacephalon, because with these HP EVs, Blacephalon cannot carry me with a Spec Shadow Ball after Rocks. So this is sort of like my switch into Blacephalon, sort of check to it. I have more checks to it, so I'm not particularly scared of that Pokemon, but yeah, this is a great answer to it. With the Aqua Jet, I can pick it off if it's low as well, so that's nice, so it can't harass me too much, and if I hit my Torrent, let's say, because I've been constantly switching in, that's like 60%, which is a huge amount of damage, and will really help me beat this thing. Because obviously I can't run Liquid Voice because it's banned. Good season. And yeah, like there aren't that many Pokemon which can switch into this. I mean, his only real switch-ins are Superior, which takes about 50% from a Moonblast if it's offensive. Vaporeon, which takes about 40% from an Energy Ball, which is nice, putting pressure on that thing. I was considering a Spec set, but Assault Vest just helps so much versus Blacephalon, which is a Pokemon which can really threaten my team. The only Pokemon that can really come in on this in that case is... There isn't really anything apart from Vaporeon, but Vaporeon has a Toxic Me and bring me down in that way, so I can kind of harass it. Nothing else wants to take any one of its hits, and even then Energy Ball isn't a desired hit to stomach, because it has to take an Energy Ball and a Moonblast before it can wish up its Vaporeon, which means I do force the wish the next turn, otherwise it's going to be unhealthy. But yeah, anyway, that is Rupal making a return. Very excited to see how he does. It's a very important matchup. This can also help me check the Latias, which is quite big. I am not scared of Latias though with my team, you'll see. Anyway, the next Pokemon I wanted to bring was Lycanroc. Same spread and set as last time, except I changed Life Orb to Lycandian Sea because I'm not bringing Sharpedo this time. The reason I'm not bringing Sharpedo is because he has the Heracross, which can live a hit, and I feel like the Sharpedo token, A, didn't work that time, and I don't think it will work again, because there are much bigger things for me to deal with now, rather than things which Sharpedo can do a decent amount of damage to, and plus I have other ways of defeating the mons which Sharpedo put damage into. So, Lycanian Z at +2 allows me to Oko Vaporeon, 2 Oko Donphan, Oko Electros, Oko Tyranitar with a move that won't miss, and I missed a Stone last time, so that's pretty big. Drill Run just to hit the Tyranitar and the Mega Mawile. Sand Rush, I do get the Sand Boost if he does decide to run it. If he's unnerved, it's fine. I think he's realised that last time, so he's running unnerved. And yeah, overall, this set's a great win condition against a team also weakened as Donphan and potentially the Mawile. There's nothing he really has. Speed is the same as last time to outspeed the Vaporeon. The only thing that would change in my game plan really is I don't have the weakened Vaporeon anymore, but I have the weakened Serperior further, which my team doesn't do because I have a returning switch in. This sort of thing. Gather the Fluff, he'll carry with Hyper Voice, Flame for a Roost, and he'll go with 240 HP. 4 special attack with these, 152 special defense, calm, and 104 speed. The reason I have this set is because A, Mega Terra is not switching to Heracross because Facade will break that thing, so I'm not treating it as such. Really defensive one. Special defense this time, which is a huge change because I had a bit of defensive build. And if you don't know what the 4 in special attack is, it's if he's just a regular offensive Serperior and he goes for substitute. After a substitute, he is 2-hit by Hyper Voice outside of leftovers. Just nice to have, and also just a max attack, max speed Mega Mawile wants to come in here. Hyper Voice into Flamethrower will knock it out. If it comes in as a regular Mawile, takes the Hyper Voice. When it Mega Evolves, it will die to Flamethrower the next turn. Big roll there. And then I just at the same on set. I was thinking about running Dragon Dance, but I feel like in this I was thinking about running Dragon Dance, but I feel like in this matchup, he probably won't be running, he'll probably be running Crobat, because he didn't run it last time, and I did make the observation that without Crobat, he is very, very, very weak to Dragon Dance Altaria. So I'm assuming he's going to bring it, so I'm not going to bother with that. I have 2 pretty great answers to Crobat in my Lycanroc, my Thunderous, and my Jirachi spoilers. But anyway, the next Pokemon I wanted to bring was a check to pretty much everything on his team, which I do have, and that is the Buzzwole with Choice Scarf. Alolan Michael making his return after a week or 2 hiatus with Earthquake, Leech Life, Super Power, Thunder Punch, 72 HP EVs, max attack, 184 speed Jolly. This is enough speed to outspeed the Crobat at +1. And in general, if he doesn't bring Heracross, because Heracross will have Aerial Ace, and even then this can check Heracross and Tyranitar really comfortably, and I can outspeed the Crobat and hit him with a Thunder Punch if he's low. So that's quite nice to know, because obviously I was going to think about running a subset this game, but my concern is that if he runs a substitute, if I run a subset, then he's infiltrated Crobat, which will just knock me out through the subs, which is really mad. So I have this set basically. Mega Mawile cannot beat me with this set because Earthquake into I have a lot of priority on my team, and Earthquake will do about 70% to a max HP Mega Mawile. No, 60%, 65% to a max HP Mega Mawile. If I weaken it, put it in that range, then I'm good to go on that front. The Cephalon can't win if it's a Calm Mindset because I can Earthquake it. Superpower the Munchlax. Serperior gets out of hand if I can break its up. This can pick it off into Leech Seed from full Okos. Tyranitar, I just split Superpower against, no problem. Latias, Leech Seed it. So if he's not Scarfed on his team, I can check pretty much everything with this thing. Like, the only Pokemon that this doesn't have a good, reliable way of hitting is the Heracross. But if he doesn't go for the Munchlax, the Aerial Ace, I can kind of deal with him. And I'm not crazily scared of Gut Heracross just because it's slow, and I've got a Scarfer and then Screens as a spoiler as well. But yeah, anyway, this is my next Pokemon Choice Scarf. I do the double Scarfer because I'm feeling like he doesn't expect it, and having these reliable ways of checking his sort of stuff which I need to weaken for Lycanroc's Accelerock is actually quite big for my game plan. I've got Hidden Power Flying, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Focus Blast with AHP, 48 defense, max speed, max special attack, modest, and 200 speed. Enough speed to outspeed I'm not too sure. I believe it's enough to outspeed a Heracross at a max speed Heracross with Modest just to hit as hard as possible. I know I didn't say Renaissance bring Scarf, but I'm just now starting to see the value in Scarf Thunderously. This can check superior, it's broken. Even if it doesn't, it can live a hit. 48 defense EVs means that I live the Sucker Punch from Adamant Moral off the rocks always. Volt Switch and Thunderbolt, just established moves, and then Focus Blast for the Tyranitar. Having Hidden Power Ice for the Donphan would be nice, but I'm not that scared of Donphan. Even if he is that Assault Vest set, which he was last time, I don't think that's too much of a problem. And yeah, so yeah, I've double Scarf, but the reason I have both Scarf Buzzwole and half Scarf Thunderous as I said, is to weaken the things which live like a Rock to Rock and it's faster. So I can get rid of these offensive checks to by Lycanroc and then proceed to sweep him because he has nothing to defensively check his Storm Shards once his Donphan is at 50%. And because Donphan has no recovery, I am not scared. Like, that fact. Anyway, my last Pokemon, kind of interesting set. As I said, I'm bringing screens this time. This is my answer to Mega Morwell, technically, with... This is Skill the Jirachi with Reflect, Stealth Rock, Flash, and Light Screen. Max H, 240 HP, 64 Special Attack, Modest, 196 Speed, enough Speed to outspeed the Heracross, I believe. I think I need, hold on. There we go, now this outspeeds the Heracross, which is obviously quite big, and then I have Reflect, Stealth Rock. This is just my getting out my rocks, checks the Latias, and the reason I have screens is because with screens up, Mega Morwell doesn't do anything against my team, I'm not scared of it because it's weak, and then I can break it down with Flash Cannon. Getting up screens also helps my Lycanroc setup. It means I have less things to weaken in a way, because Lycanroc can take hits from offensive checks, technically. And yeah, this can check the Heracross as well. If he locks himself into Mega Horn, I can live one. And Flash Cannon him down. But in general, this is just there for the screens utility. It's really big in this game, because I can come in on SERP, get up my light screen, and then go into my area. Superior is not a problem. That's how I aim to beat it. But yeah, pretty much that's my team. Let me just recap it again. I've got Rupool, the Blacephalon answer thing, a Celerock win condition thing, support superior switching thing, check to Morwell / Tyranitar thing. Because with this speed, I already said with this speed, we have to be about right here, I think so. This is my offensive Scarfer, Modest thing, and then this is my screens support thing. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the game, and we'll see if we can retain our divisional title, or actually get it from Wilder. See you then. What's up? Alright, we're back. Nice. I was about to do my intro again. Anyway, we are here with the game. I am nervous, as you might be able to tell, for he has the little boy, and the little boy is a problem. It's actually quite a problem. Shit. Okay, so that's good. But actually looking at his team, is everything I expected. No Blacephalon, which is nice. Really nice. It means I can kind of be a bit more abrasive with my Primarina. No, what do you call it? No Heracross, which is nice. But a Mega Morwell, which is not nice, and Electros, which is not nice, since Electros is actually quite good at breaking down my team, although Altaria does kind of beat it 1v1. Whisper Buzzwole is actually looking like a pretty mean threat. The lack of Donphan means I'm pretty free just to open up with Thunderous and Volt Switch about, though, as he leads off with Crobat. So I'm going to get off the Volt Switch now on pretty much whatever the hell I want. This is really good. This is going to give me a lot of information about sets, spreads, and yeah, just the shit like that. Which is really good position for me to be in immediately. If he goes T-Tar, I can see if it's Spadette. If he goes Electros, I can see if it's AV. And yeah, we can go from there. No Superior, which is really good. So he goes into the Electros. We do 14%. That's looking like Assault Vest damage. I've ever seen it before. Hold on, let me just go. Show imported sets. So as you can see, these are all sets from games I played previously. There we go. Electros. Spell this Pokemon ever. Here we go. Electros. Volt Switch did. So that was a low roll on a max HP Assault Vest set, potentially. That's what we're going to go with. And I'm going to go into Malperia since he hasn't really got that much for me. If anything, he might go for the... He might go for the Super Fang here as he reveals the Acid Spray. Kind of maybe not a little bit, not too far from what I expected. However, the damage on him is big damage, because it's giving my Thunderous a lot of breathing room. Definitely expecting a hidden power ice here, because that would 2-carry me. And while this Pokemon isn't crazily necessary, the outspeeding, the ability to pivot into the Vaporeon is quite nice. So what I might do here, expecting a hidden power ice, he wouldn't Flamethrower here. Would my Buzzwole knock him out? Because getting a kill straight out with Buzzwole would be nice. And I do about 78%. So if I go Buzzwole here, and if he doesn't Flamethrower, even if he goes for the hidden power ice, how much would he do? He's modest. Since that's what I'm expecting he has for me, he could just Acid Spray again. How much would that do? So hidden power ice would do about 30%. Acid Spray would do about 20%. So if I go hard Buzzwole here, what does he do? He goes for the Volt Switch. Oh dear, that's annoying. Yeah, he knew I was going to switch out there. Ooh. Hell yeah, Hunter, you're on YouTube. Ooh, I made a bad play, I think. I think I should have just, like, juiced him. But he's going to go Crobat here either way, and Crobat Minion is fine, even if he does use that, because I just go into my Thunderous. He goes into the Mawile, gets off the Intimidate. I'm in a bad spot, because he can Play Rough freely here. Does he knock out my Primarina from full with Play Rough? Mawile, Mega. He can just knock out something from full pretty much with the Play Rough, so I'm in a bit of a pickle. I might just go hard Rachi, because he can't really kill my Rachi. He might SD, but if he SDs, I'm clicking Reflect. As he just goes for the Play Rough, I'm going to get out the Reflector. Straight up. You already know what's going down. Even if he goes for the knockoff, I'm going to have the Reflect up 8 turns. It's going to be nice. Really nice. Oh, that was a silly play with the Buzzwole. That was a really silly play with the Buzzwole. But what can he do, eh? He goes into the Vaporeon as I get off my Reflect. I'm just going to... Maybe just go Altaria here. Give me that Reflect. Like, with like 17 Cs. So this is... I'm just gonna go Altaria here as he goes for a Wish, tosses that Wish up in the air. Really expecting the Buzzwole to come in. Oh, no, not the Buzzwole. Shit, I'm really expecting the Electros to come in. There isn't a whole lot I can do about that, though. Like, what can I switch out which will threaten out the Electros immediately? There isn't a lot. This Electros is going to be very disruptive, so I might as well just Hyper Voice it. As he stays in and goes for the Toxic, because I'm just going to heal that off the Toxic. Like, you've seen it before. This is definitely where he comes in to heal Bell off the thing. And seeing as he's under the Donphat, Lycanroc is actually looking like a turn 3 setup monster against his team, because Stone Edge this, he obviously Stone Edge. I think he's, even if he protects, he's in range of another one. How much does my +2 Drill Run do to the Mega Mawile if he is max HP? So I need to get him down to about 90%, really. If I can do that, then I'm pretty much set. I'm just going to Hyper Voice again as he stays in, goes for the Toxic, Heal Bell, it's cool. I could switch out here into my Primarina, which is what I might do next turn, but I don't really care, like, what the can do to me is not a problem. So yeah, this is fine. Definitely looking like a Lycanroc cleanup there. He goes out into the little boy. This is where my concerns are actually beginning to spike, to the point where I'm going to toss in Michael as he goes for the Gunk Shot on the Reflect as we take that super well. Now I'm going to make a play here, and I'm going to Thunder Punch the Crobat as we catch him with the Thunder Punch. Nice. And he hasn't got an electric immunity, so I can click it again. And he can't really switch much in. As he goes into the Mawile on our Thunder Punch, but that's the Crobat, that's paralyzed, that's really good for us. Gonna toss in my Jirachi yet again, because I can just get up my rocks this time. As he stays in, knocks us off with the knockoff, that's fine. because he is actually in range of a +2 thingy, and he has not got much for a Hydro Pump. Or do I Moonblast actually, trying to catch the Vaporeon? I'm half interested in making that play, but I would lose 2 Pokemon to this, and his Vaporeon is going to be at full pretty much for free anyway, so I can just Energy Ball the next turn. As he actually goes into the little boy and takes some damage, he definitely has a Gunk Shot with my name on it, so the Buzzwole is free here, because I can actually just click Superpower, and he doesn't really have much for it. The Buzzwole is definitely free here. If he has some kind of exceptional coverage, so be it. But I can click Superpower for free the next turn, and he hasn't got the best fighting resistance. So a little Muckle will do his good work. As he goes for the next Gunk Shot, there's 70%. He actually poisons me, which means I'm going to die the next turn, which is actually really sad. But he hasn't got anything for a Superpower, so we could sack this. That poison was annoying. Definitely a trade-off for the play. But whatever, I'm going to Superpower this turn, knock him out, and we're going to have a double downer. And in the event of a double downer, I'm going to go into my Rick Riordan again. Because, yeah, Munchak's got a kill, feels bad, man. But definitely going to go into my Rick Riordan here. As he goes into Vaporeon, nice. I'm going to Volt Switch again. I could just Thunderbolt. No, I'm going to Volt Switch here. I'm actually starting to look at how I can finish up this game, and I feel like it's the setup on the Crobat, which is actually going to win me this game. Does he die to my Primarina's Moonblast here? I would think so. I don't think I've attacked it with that. Let me explore this idea. I can just Moonblast him here, so that's what I'm going to do. Go into this, get off the Moonblast. I pretty much... Do I nab a kill? Not so much, but I do just get off a Moonblast hit here, which is going to be really nice against that. Which is going to be really nice in general, because if he goes Mawile, I can knock him out the next turn. The same pretty much follows everything but the Vaporeon, so he just sacks this, which is fine by me. He tosses out the Vaporeon. I'm just going to Energy Ball. Give me that set information, dude. I don't really care if he poisons me. At this point in time, if I can get the Crobat in, it's an Clap with Lycan Rock. Hell, maybe not even that. Like, Energy Ball is 44%. Definitely see the Protect coming, so I'm going to switch out as he goes into Crobat. Oof, he definitely wants this around. Nonetheless, here I've got no reason to click Volt Switch here. He just goes into Bertha. Bertha puts me in a bad position. How much damage do I need on this classic support Tyranitar? That's what I'm going to guess he is. How much damage do I need on Tyranitar to knock him out? We're one. I need him at maybe a +2, 76%. Technically, could I Z-Stone Edge him from there? 89.9. Technically, I could just Z-Stone Edge him from there, get a kill, and get a safe kill, but because I'm really starting to like the idea of cleaning with Thunderbolt instead, but taking that damage from Thunderous is suspicious. Very suspicious, as he only would take... Is this a Choice Scarfed? He is Sand ability, so I would outspeed him, actually, with the Sand Rush. So I might as well just do that, actually. Just pick up a kill with Splintered Storm Shard. Because he can't outspeed me, even if he is Scarfed Tar, because he put up his own Sand. Do I live in Earth? Do I live like a Scarf superpower? I would imagine not. But if I could, that'd be... Oh, did the turn go through? No. But if so, I imagine that would be the way to go. I wouldn't live a Choice Banded here. But I can't really SD on this, because let's just say he is support Tyranitar. Stone Edge is going to do so much damage. Is it going to knock me out in one hit? Potentially, you see. So I can't risk that. I kind of have to go for the Z-Stone Edge as we knock out the Bertha. Okay. Now, if he goes Vaporeon, I may have to SD. But he goes into the Mawile Mega. And this is really starting to look like my time to click S. Just draw run this thing. The reason I'm draw running this thing is because Primarina outspeeds this at +2, even if he does get up a Soul Dance as he misses the play rough. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry, man. Oh, that's bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. As he just sucker punches me, doesn't kill me. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. I'm not sure if I lost this game, though. Because we just knock him out with this. Yeah, I am. Oh, that sucked, dude. Oh, I feel bad, dude. There we go. Justice for the week. Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry, man. That really sucked. Yeah, shit like that happens. Oh, that shouldn't have turned out like that. That should have turned out to be a way narrower game. I'm really sorry, man. That is unfair. Nevertheless, GG, my friend. Always good. But yeah, we're climbing the division now. Definitely, we're definitely climbing the division, man. So yeah, Knoxville Beartics came out on top through like non-ethical means. We'll say that. But yeah, we are 5-1 now with a +7 differential, I believe. So we are probably somewhere near the top. Second, I'd say. I think Jay's at the top. But yeah, GG Wilder. This has been me, Lax Attacks, and I hope you have a very lax day. Bye bye now.